Dante's Discussion. Welcome back to another edition of Dante's Discussion Answers. That's right, it is the answers portion. Wait, hold on, let me see if I can do that again. I don't know, people seem to like when I bring the answers up in there. Haas! Alright, anyways, people, this is the answers portion, like I said many times, of the question that no one answered. Basically, no one answered. I got very few replies. In fact, I got the least replies ever out of any Dante's Discussion, and that in itself is interesting to me. But anyways, let's go to the question itself. Here we go on FextraLife. You see it. I posted it there, and obviously the video for YouTube. But what is, you know, when you've been trolled, because everybody's been trolled in Dark Souls 2 PvP, what was your most memorable or your favorite troll moment? Very few people responded. I really am intrigued by that. Does that mean that most people forgot? Does that mean that no troll has really been memorable? That everybody's been kind of corny with it, doing the same things as everybody else? You know, what does that mean exactly? It's very interesting to me. But we do have some responses here, and they are good responses. I think, I hope you enjoyed. I know I did. So let's read them together, shall we? Reading Rainbow. Anyways, we'll go on FextraLife. We'll just start off with Darkion Page. Darkion Page says, once got invaded by a guy who left a trail of Titanite chunks in his wake. Obviously, you can't leave Titanite chunks. I talked to him about it. He was like, I don't know what I'm thinking, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, when I finally got over to the barrels by the wall in the Forest of the Giants, there was a Titanite slab. He then activated the barrels behind the wall near the bonfire somehow, and it exploded in my face. Afterwards, it was just a long drawn out fight which I lost, but still the lead up to the initial meetup was awesome. That's fantastic. This is actually really cool to me because it is specific to one spot, right? I'm sure there are other spots, I especially know in the DLC there's tons of barrels, but there's very few spots where exploding barrels or whatever are there. So that's, I do like this fact. I wonder which side though, which side did he leave the trail? Did he leave it on this? Because you can blow it up from the inner side away from the barrels with you know, fire bombs or whatever. So I'm assuming the outside, and maybe a flame arrow. I'm not sure. Either way, it is awesome exploding somebody, even because it doesn't, I think in that early of a game it does do pretty massive damage to you, so it is actually like a viable option to try to mess somebody up, run after them, you know, finish them off. So I do like that a lot. I'm a big fan. Anyways, let's go next. FextraLife. Okay, so the next one here we have is from Pete Hogg. Anyways, Pete Hogg says, this happened once. I was summoned to the Iron Keep, of course, like most people. The center of the area was laced with prism stones, all sorts of different colors, signaling a fight club. The host gives me a wave. You know, that gap in the Iron Keep bridge where people fall off a lot. He put an item there, of course. I went over there to pick it up. He shoots me with a large arrow and sends me flying off the bridge. He then does the have mercy emote. I think that's the, is it that one? I think it's that one. One of my favorite emotes, or, you know, taunts, or whatever the hell you want to call them. Yeah, that's, you know, it's like fool me once, that type of trick. You know, I've seen this in the Iron Keep, especially because a lot of people are there. People you'll be summoned in, or you invade, you can't find them, so you're running around. You go over to where the enemies mostly are, that bridge. And I've seen people try to, you know, shoot you with arrows off that one as well. You know, you see it a lot of places. Even in the DLC, in the Frost World, whatever, that also has a spot where there's a long bridge and boom, dead. You know, but it's rare, it's hard, and it's ridiculous. But yeah, you know, that is a really fool me once, and then every other time I'm going to have a shield. I'm going to watch my back, or I'm just not going to pick up the item. I mean, did you need the item, Pete Hogg? Let's be honest. Come on. Let's get with it here, people. All right, let's go to the next one here. Let's go to YouTube. Septic Eye Sam says, Mine is a guy in butterfly set Spiderfang to slow people down, and all corruption spell rolls with insane adaptability, and kills not only my weapons and armor, but also my sanity. Yeah, this is a classic troll move right here. This is the whole, I haven't really seen it with the Spiderfang, so that's pretty cool, but this is the whole, let me break your stuff. I just want to be annoying. I want to send you back to spend your souls. I want to send you back to the blacksmith, you know, that whole type of, they feel good if they hear that whatever break sound, and they just get so excited, you know, they get their jollies off, if you will. I can only imagine what other disturbing things they do after they hear that sound, but let's not go into that one, huh? Next up, we have FextraLife. Let's go back there. It's by ARSP, or ARSP. I probably mentioned this like years ago, but my favorite troll encounter was when I was invaded by a guy dressed in hollow soldier armor. Kicked my ass with a broken sword and fire bombs. Although I was only soul level 10 at the time, it was still embarrassing and kind of awesome. I don't know if that's necessarily troll, and I guess it's troll-ish. Broken sword and fire bombs, not as viable as really basically anything else. Although I have seen some people destroy with fire bombs. Now, when you are that low level, you have basically no adaptability. So your timing has to be just perfect. Your timing is a little bit off. You're getting hit by every firebomb, especially if you roll into them. So yeah, I can see where that's a big problem. All right, so next up we go to YouTube. Uncle Odie says, I have a rather terrible memory, so I do not recall much. I'm sure I've been trolled very well, but one thing that stands out for me was this one time someone pulled me to their world in the doors of Pharaohs. I didn't like it, so I was able to lure them into one of those weird alcove placed around the area and block the guy in while casting acid surge and toxic mist. I regret nothing. So this one's interesting because he is sort of acting as the troll in this aspect. I like that it's sort of a role reversal. Sort of his favorite troll is himself. He just blocked somebody and just destroyed them with mist. I'm trying to think of where this is exactly. How did he block him into an area? That's interesting. I wish I could see that, but yeah, it's very interesting. All right, so next up, we have a very long-winded but tremendous edition by JS Pumpkin King. Now, this is the last. I know what you're thinking. What? This is really short. This is weird. No one said anything. I wanted more. I don't know what to do. Either way, it's great. You know, whoever replied is great. Whoever didn't, it's fine. Just watch it, enjoy it. I don't care. It's fine. Don't feel bad. And I love the people who comment in the answer section like, oh, I wish I said this. Too late. Never doing it again. It's over, people. It's over. Never again. Anyways, here we go. JS Pumpkin King says, there are two moments I remember clearly from Dark Souls 2. One's a troll, one's a tryhard. Best trolled moment. So I was in the bridge in Scholar of the First Sin. Okay, jerk, we get it. Sorry, I just, because I technically have it or don't have it. I don't know what the hell the deal is. 360. I don't know. It's very strange. Anyways, I was invaded by this dude whose name is full number, like a binary code or something. And already, that should just tell you already with the name like that with like ones and zeros. It's like, you know, this person's a troll. Like, that's what they're all about. It's like the people with just like A, like the whole time. Anyways. And then when I was bowing to him, he immediately jumped voluntarily into the lava and killed himself. Got the human effigy, but strange thing is, the fog wall on the Iron Key Bridge didn't come off, so I figured something fishy here. I ran around the bridge and nothing happened. Finally, I decided to go to the smelter boss room when suddenly I heard a very strange noise, or noises, like sparkling sound effects from old school animes. So I went back to the Great Door after the bridge to find out that, holy hell, there was a barrier made out of soul spears going up and down, trying to rant for my life. But it didn't work, and plan doesn't work. By the time I saw the blue light, it was already too late. So when I respawned at the bonfire, I checked Steam to see where this guy's coming from, and I saw his profile, Russia, GG. That was one beautiful way to troll. Now, this is a different type of troll. Obviously, I play on 360. The modding community is pretty much squelched to nothing. I don't think I've ever seen, me personally, I don't think I've ever seen a actual mod ever. So, I mean, I just don't see it on 360. Obviously, with Steam and PC, there are geniuses out there who can basically do anything with coding. So, yeah, there's probably some crazy, insane modding on PC. In fact, one I can remember, I actually saw on some video, and I remember his name too. It was Santa Claus. It's weird. So this guy, I looked at him, it was Santa Claus. He was like full Havels. I'm like, oh, it's one of these guys. This other guy was fighting him, whoever's video it was. And this guy's Santa Claus. He's coming out, and it's like, what the hell? What's going on here? This guy is literally throwing like hundreds of like acid bombs and hundreds of, you know, witching urns and all those things. Just like, they're just like streaming out of, you know, his arms or whatever, throwing them. And I'm like, this is that whoever's fighting this guy done. And sure enough, it was like that guy broke all his stuff with ease, because it took 2 seconds. As soon as he was close to him, all his stuff broken, gone, dead, destroyed. Then he switched to the witching urn, killed him, done, dead, GG. That's the PC community right there. And I was like, damn, Santa Claus is sick. Those are the type of things where it's like, it's an obvious mod, and it's like, just, it's so ridiculous you can't even be mad. Like, the mods I'd be pissed at is like super tracking with weapons or something like that. Something that makes it seem like you're really good, but you're not. But when it's like so unabashedly modding and just ridiculous, that I'm almost fine with it. I almost accept it and embrace it, because it's just like, what can people do? What can people code? How weird can things get, right? Anyways, let's go to Jazz Pumpkin King again, because he has a long letter. It's fine. It's good. I like it. Best tryhard moment. I'm not really sure where this comes into trolling, but I guess we'll see. So I was at the bridge cosplaying as Full Havel, Shrek'd, when I was summoned by a host who is also a Full Havel Shrek'd mage, and he started spamming magic on me. Thanks to my poise, I started to cast Great Magic Barrier to no prob and start Great Healing. Thankfully, my Great Magic Barrier plus Dispelling Ring +1 combo works nicely, and he barely did any damage with his Crystal Soul Spear spam. After I brought him down to like 70% HP, he chugs. I already accepted my loss when suddenly the game told me that he was summoning a red phantom, possibly to help him gank me. A red phantom to help him gank? That's interesting. Thank God the phantom actually sees who's the real tryhard and starts spamming his Chaos Blade on the guy. So the Full Havel Shrek mage ran deeper into the Iron Keep, and he reached that bridge guarded by Elan Knights. He already cleared the area, by the way. He tried to cast spells, but my friend there, the Chaos Blade guy, switched to a Zweihanda and knocked him off the edge. I spammed, thank you, carving, and he departed towards the lava. I followed him into the lava, driven by my respect on him. You won't get any of these moments easily, so yeah. That concludes my best troll and tryhard moments of Dark Souls 2. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you for all the fun times you gave me, Dark Souls 2. P.S. To the Russian hacker guy, if you're reading this, then I just want you to know that was gosh darn genius. It was like, I can't read apparently. No, that was, all right. That was gosh darn genius thing you did there. And thank you for being part of the Souls community. End note, thank you thank you for you guys who spent your time reading this. Sincerely. I read it, Jay's Pumpkin King. I read it right here for you, man. For you. Hopefully you see this and you're excited and tell other people, and maybe people who play on the PC, maybe they know this Russian guy. Maybe they know who you're talking about. I don't know. One thing this brings me about is the very sad news. Of course, this happened months ago. Actually, might even be a year ago by now, but when they fixed the patch of being able to hit people over the bridge with ultra great swords. I think that was a really stupid patch they fixed. I don't know why they fixed it. It makes no sense to me. It didn't break the game. It just made the game awesome. It made those moments, those very few moments, by the way. That's why it's even more ridiculous that they fixed it. Those very few moments that if you were having a battle, a great sword battle, people would try that because it was like a 1 in a million shot you're going to get somebody, for one. Because that attack is like ridiculously easy to, you know, get away from. And two, if you actually hit them, usually they're not going to be flying off the side because they're going to be in the middle of the bridge. So it's like, it's so hard to get that, but it's so sweet. You know, it was trolling the World Masters. I saw it 1,000 times, and it's happened to me, of course, too, because I didn't know that in the beginning, and then it happened to me once, and I was like, all right, now I got to pay attention when I'm summoning people. Because usually if you summon people for fight clubs, like if you're the host, you don't really look sometimes. Like sometimes you're maybe looking in your menu, or, you know, you're sending a message or whatever. And at those times, those troll people, they'd be like, oh, this guy must be doing something in his menu. Oh, let me just run in a woo off the edge. Hilarious. Even when it happened to me, it was hilarious. I was like, what? That's sick. And then, you know, sometimes you can get lucky with other people, and if they're being jerks, you just right off the edge. It was so cool. So stupid they took it out of the game, but I love it. Trolls as a thing. Trolls are always going to be there. I mean, let's be honest. There's no way getting away from a troll. It's not going to happen. What I like to do is out troll a troll. Now, I've had some trolls in some of my videos. My most hated troll, if you can even call it that, is, I think I only had it like once, maybe twice, but someone who runs away, heals, that's it. They don't attack you, they don't try to kill you. They literally are there to waste your time, and I don't get it. I might have even said this in the question portion. I can't remember, but I don't get how you have fun with that. I just don't get it. You're wasting time. That's it. I remember fighting a guy, I beat him at the end, like just as the time ran out. He's like, yeah, but I wasted your time. I was like, I think I broke a few of his rings. I was like, bro, I broke your ring, like all this other crap. I was like, you lost, and then you still got to go to the guy there to fix your stuff, and you wasted your time and you lost. How do you feel about it? Like, I don't know, you sort of have to out troll a troll at certain times in order to make them feel worse, you feel better. But at the end of it, I mean, who's the real winner? I don't know. You know, I don't know. Just make it interesting. If you're gonna troll, make it interesting. You know, the same thing with ganking. If you're gonna gank, cosplay. I mean, I don't get the ganking where it's like, all right, we're just gonna destroy this guy. We're gonna have 2 people run up to him, smack him up, and one guy just shoot crystal, homing soul mass, whatever, spears constantly, and just make them have no chance. I don't see how that's fun. I like challenges, you know. Obviously I might be different than a lot of people, but I don't know, trolling, ganking, whatevering, it's always gonna be a part of the game. We'll see what Dark Souls 3 brings upon with trolling. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more great opportunities. People probably gonna turn into barrels and backstab people, you know. Maybe like already one I can think of, because I know the backstab is changed for Dark Souls 3, is you're gonna blend in as a barrel. You're gonna set up a some item. You're gonna drop an item on the ground. You're gonna set up a barrel. You're gonna be behind him, and because of how magnet backstabs work, you know, because I believe that's how Dark Souls 3 is gonna be. You know, it's just a quick button press, and then boom, you're in the animation. There is no hit animation. I think that'll be one. I mean, already I'm looking to be a troll, but I think that'd be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. We'll see Dark Souls 3 super trolls, super trolly man. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I know it was shorter, but short and sweet, I hope. So like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think. Put it in the comments below, anywhere, whatever, and I will be back